Imagine putting your life savings into a high-tech vault, feeling perfectly safe, right up until you realize you have to ask for permission from someone living an ocean away every time you want to get inside. You provided the treasure, but they decide when the door opens. It sounds like a strange deal, yet this is exactly how most countries and major businesses currently handle their most valuable asset. Only instead of gold, they are handing over their data. We usually talk about the cloud as an invisible place in the sky, but it's actually physical warehouses filled with computers. Right now, the vast majority of the world's digital information is being funneled into warehouses located in just two places, the US and China. Because they sit on foreign soil, they are governed by foreign laws, leaving the creators with no ultimate say. As we move more of our lives online, from our medical history to the way we run our power grids, leaders across the globe are waking up to how much they've actually given away. When a nation doesn't own the place where its data lives, it doesn't really own its digital future. It leaves the entire country open to outside pressure and control. Recently, the stakes have risen. We've added artificial intelligence to the mix. If a nation's data is its collection of memories, artificial intelligence is the decision-making brain that uses those memories to think. Relying on foreign AI means you are essentially renting a brain. Every time a hospital needs help with a diagnosis, or a bank needs to spot a fraud, they are calling a server an ocean away and asking a foreign system to do the thinking for them. This creates three immediate dangers. First, there is the threat to privacy. Under laws like the U.S. Cloud Act, foreign governments can legally force their tech companies to hand over another country's sensitive data, no matter what your local privacy laws say. Second is the threat of a blackout. If tensions rise, a foreign provider could simply pull the plug. In a single moment, local hospitals, banking systems, and traffic lights would lose the brain they need to function. The third threat is cultural. AI learns from the information it's given. If a nation relies on a brain trained mostly on foreign history and foreign values, that system will eventually misunderstand and even ignore local languages and traditions. Using a foreign-owned intelligence system isn't just a technical choice. It's a decision to hand over your privacy, your security, and your identity to someone else. To take that control back, countries are building what's known as a sovereign cloud. You can think of it as a nation building its own digital fortress. To make this work, you need three things. The first is about where the computers live. To be independent, the physical machines and the data they hold must sit firmly within your own borders. Next, those machines have to be managed by your own people. You can't rely on a technician in a far-off city. You need your own local experts to keep the dials turning and the data safe. Finally, the rules governing the fortress have to be your own. The system needs to answer exclusively to your local laws, so no foreign government can demand to see what's inside. These systems are designed so they can run even if the connection to the rest of the world is cut. If the global internet goes down, the country's hospitals and banks stay online and powered up. It's the same setup major companies in finance and medicine are now using to keep their own trade secrets and research safe from prying eyes. By building this way, a nation stops being a renter and becomes the owner of a self-sufficient power plant for intelligence, one that is protected from global chaos. Keeping data at home also changes the math for the local economy. There's a concept called data gravity. When a nation hosts its own data, it naturally pulls in new technology jobs, research, and local investments. The goal isn't to hide from the world, but to join the global economy as an equal. Nations can still trade and collaborate, but they do it because they want to, not because they have no other choice. We are moving away from a world that relies on just one or two giant tech hubs. Instead, we are seeing a diverse network of independent digital fortresses, all working together while maintaining their own space. In the past, borders were defined by lines drawn on a map. Today, the most important borders are drawn by where your data sits and who owns the computing power. We all instinctively lock our front doors at night to protect our families. Building a sovereign cloud is simply the modern way for a nation to do the same for its future.